They blame me for all their little failings, as if I'd spent my days sitting on their shoulder, forcing them to commit acts they'd otherwise find repulsive. Oh, the devil made me do it. I have never made any one of them do anything. Never. This is unjust. For all eternity, my name will be invoked to represent all their depravity. That is the gift that my father gave me.
They show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
So we're going to talk about the Lucifer show and add some aspects of real life religion into it. Obviously, I'm not someone that is full, like, a high holy church person, but I am going to explain my reasoning why I think that God, in my opinion, is kind of worse, including what we saw in the show. So this is a quote from the show and stuff, and pretty much what I've read from it and everything else and watched it. So this is basically what someone says. The devil makes us do bad things in our lives. I never make you do anything, you silly humans. Do it all on your own. Why do you blame me for all your little fallings? As if I spend my day sitting on your shoulder, forcing you to commit acts otherwise find repulsive. Oh, the devil made me do it. I have never made any one of you do anything. Never. Here's the thing. A quote from The Matrix. I can only show you the door. You must be the one to walk through it and open it. The devil doesn't necessarily make you do it or anything. You wanted to do it. He just brought out your desire and stuff. You're the person who's actually the one who's walking through the door and stuff. You have that temptation. You wanted to do it. He's showing you, but at the end of the day, you're the one who makes that decision, and your conscience didn't stop you because you really wanted to do that. Let's talk about God. So this is also from Lucifer, but also I think in real life it kind of is true. A cruel, manipulative person, or I have to say it, bastards, son of a bitch, basically. Break your rules and you fall. Follow them, you still lose. Doesn't matter if you're a saint, doesn't matter if you're a sinner. Nobody can win, so what's the bloody point? And he's right. What's the point? You can't win either way. Be bad, you fall. Be good and stuff, and you're still cursed. Why do bad things happen to good people and stuff? And why does it seem like sometimes a bad person gets rewarded for doing bad things and everything along the line? Now, I'm going to tell you my personal belief. I can laugh at it now because I've accepted it. There's nothing really I can do about it. As you can see, guys, I have glasses problems. It was this eye right here that I'm pointing with my finger that is the weak eye. So when I cover this eye, my eye is blurry. Secondly, when I found out about that in my younger days when I was 8 years old, then I found out I had a nut allergy. Now, obviously, I know my dad had a food allergy, which was strawberries and stuff. Not the point. The point is that I had eczema when I was a child and stuff, and everyone gets that, but then I also had breathing problems, so I knew I was going to have some problems and stuff, and then I had anaphylaxis and stuff. I was like, all right, not a big deal. Right, and stuff. I mean, there are people who can't talk or have, disabled arms and stuff, so I didn't think it was that bad. My life could be far worse. But then when I found out I had a heart condition as well, look it up for yourselves, guys, CPVT. Not that it matters that much. At the end of the day, I felt like I was angry at him more than at my parents and their heritage and how science came to be and stuff about like, oh, is God real? Because like what young Sheldon said, how are we perfect and stuff in a way of God? But is he a manipulative person? Yes. We're just puppets on a string to him and stuff, because at the end of the day, he gives us these things and stuff. And yeah, there is science behind it from your heritage, but you had to exist from one branch and stuff, and God gave you all these branches and stuff. So who's manipulative? The devil or actually God? Who's actually bad? Lucifer or Jesus or God? Because it seems like for me, I've accepted it now, but it seems like there is manipulation. How much pain can you take? How much can you give and stuff? Humans don't deserve dogs because they give you heartbreak later down the line and stuff, and so forth and so on. So at the end of the day, I have to say I think, in my opinion, after watching the show and realizing kind of his perspective, I think God was kind of worse of a person in the show, but also I think that he is kind of manipulative in real life. That's how I feel and stuff. Don't come at me, religious people. That's just how I feel and stuff from my stuff. But at the end of the day, yeah, I think that both people were manipulative, and that's really how I feel. Let me know your thoughts on Lucifer, though, and stuff on the show, and what you think in real life, if you felt like you were getting manipulated, or you felt like you had an allergy or something, that felt like you were cursed. As the saying goes, why do bad things happen to good people? And why does it seem like bad people always get rewarded for doing bad things and stuff, and they, in the end, like, seem like they're better? Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know yours.